For seniors over 60, nuts often seem like a healthy go-to snack, full of healthy fats, plant protein, and fiber. You've probably heard they're good for the heart. But what if I told you that some nuts could actually damage your arteries, raise inflammation, and increase your risk of stroke, especially as your body changes with age? This isn't about allergy scares or vague nutrition talk. This is based on what recent cardiology and geriatric studies are showing us. Not all. Nuts are safe after 60, and some of the most popular picks in your kitchen could be working against your heart without you realizing it. Today, we'll reveal 4 nuts that silently increase arterial stiffness, blood pressure, and even LDL cholesterol, and we'll explain exactly why. But don't worry, we'll also give you 4 powerful, underrated nuts that actually support vascular health, reduce inflammation, and protect your arteries naturally. According to cutting-edge research, you might be surprised the nut you've been eating every day for years could be on the dangerous list. And the one you've been avoiding might just be your secret weapon for longevity. So let's dive in, starting with the worst offender. Number 1. Cashews. They're often considered a healthy snack, especially because they're included in so many heart-smart mixes. But for seniors over 60, cashews can quietly work against your arteries. One of the main concerns is their high oxalate content, a compound that, when consumed frequently, can contribute to calcium buildup and arterial calcification, particularly in older adults with even mildly reduced kidney function. Over time, this can lead to stiffer, narrower arteries, making the heart work harder and increasing the risk of hypertension and low stroke. Another issue with cashews is their saturated fat content. While all nuts contain some fats, cashews are unusually high in palmitic acid, a type of saturated fat that has been linked in studies to elevated LDL bad cholesterol and decreased arterial flexibility. And because the typical roasting process often uses inflammatory seed oils like cottonseed or sunflower oil, seniors may be getting a double hit: unhealthy fats from the nut itself, plus pro-inflammatory oils that increase systemic stress on aging blood vessels. Even portion size becomes a hidden danger. Cashews are calorie-dense and not particularly filling, meaning it's easy to eat too many, adding excess salt, fat, and calories that accumulate over time, especially for older adults trying to manage blood pressure or cholesterol. Cashews can be one of the more harmful everyday snacks if eaten too often or in large amounts. Number 2. Walnuts. They are often praised for being heart-healthy, especially because of their omega-3 content. But for seniors over 60, walnuts can also bring unexpected problems, especially when eaten in excess or in the wrong form. One of the biggest concerns is their extremely high omega-6 to omega-3 ratio in many commercial varieties. While raw walnuts do contain ALA, a plant-based omega-3, they're often processed or roasted in oils that tip the balance dangerously toward omega-6, which fuels inflammation, not protects against it. For older adults, chronic low-grade inflammation is already a common issue tied to arthritis, cognitive decline, and heart disease. When walnuts are consumed frequently in this imbalanced form, they may actually increase systemic inflammation, especially if the rest of the diet is already heavy in processed or seed oils. Another overlooked risk is rancidity. Walnuts are extremely delicate due to their high fat content, and once exposed to heat, air, or light, they oxidize quickly. This produces lipid peroxides, unstable molecules that can damage cells and blood vessels. Unfortunately, many walnuts on grocery shelves are already weeks or months old by the time they're eaten, especially if stored in plastic packaging. For aging arteries, oxidized fats are like fuel to the fire. And then there's the digestive side. Seniors with slower digestion or gallbladder issues often find walnuts difficult to tolerate, leading to bloating, indigestion, or fat malabsorption, all of which can interfere with nutrient absorption and cardiovascular health. So while walnuts can be beneficial in their freshest, raw form and in small amounts for many seniors, especially those buying typical bulk packages or snack blends, they might be doing more harm than good. Number 3. Macadamia nuts. This rich, buttery nut is often associated with luxury, found in cookies, premium snack mixes, and even keto diet plans. But behind the fancy image lies a serious concern for seniors. Macadamia nuts are among the highest in total fat and calories, and their dense composition can quietly contribute to weight gain, insulin resistance, and sluggish circulation, especially in those over 60. Just 1 ounce, about 10 to 12 nuts, contains over 200 calories and nearly 22 grams of fat, most of which is monounsaturated. While that may sound heart-healthy, the issue lies in how our aging metabolism processes that fat. In seniors, metabolic rate slows down and insulin sensitivity decreases, meaning calories from fat are more likely to be stored rather than used for energy, particularly when activity levels are low. Over time, this can lead to central fat accumulation, which puts pressure on the cardiovascular system. Another hidden issue is the salt content. Most macadamia nuts sold in stores are roasted and salted, and the sodium levels can climb quickly. High sodium intake is already a major concern for seniors managing blood pressure or fluid retention, and combining that with high fat content creates a double burden on the arteries. Furthermore, macadamia nuts are extremely low in fiber and protein, making them less satiating than other options. This means it's easy to overeat them, especially when snacking mindlessly. For older adults trying to support healthy blood flow and avoid vascular stiffness, macadamias might be one of the least effective and most misleading nut choices on the shelf. Number 4. Peanuts. Despite being one of the most popular and affordable snacks in America, peanuts pose several risks for seniors, especially when it comes to cardiovascular health. Technically, a legume, not a true nut, peanuts are often roasted with added oils and salt, turning them into an ultra-processed food that's far from heart-friendly. One of the most serious concerns is their tendency to harbor aflatoxins, toxic compounds produced by molds that thrive in warm thrive in warm, humid storage conditions. Studies have shown that even low levels of aflatoxins over time may increase oxidative stress and inflammation to major drivers of arterial aging. For seniors whose bodies are already more vulnerable to oxidative damage, this can silently accelerate the deterioration of vascular health. Peanuts are also very high in omega-6 fatty acids, and when not balanced by sufficient omega-3 in the diet, this imbalance contributes to systemic inflammation, a key factor in atherosclerosis and endothelial dysfunction. Another overlooked problem is portion control. Because peanuts are so energy-dense and easy to snack on by the handful, they're often overeaten, leading to excessive caloric intake and weight gain, particularly dangerous for older adults with slower metabolisms. And finally, many peanut products from peanut butter to flavored snack packs contain added sugars, hydrogenated oils, and emulsifiers, further burdening the cardiovascular system. For those over 60 looking to protect their arteries and reduce inflammation, peanuts are far from the harmless comfort food they appear to be. Now that we've covered the 4 nuts that could be quietly damaging your arteries after 60, let's shift the focus to the good news. Because while some nuts work against your heart, others can actually do the opposite, supporting smoother blood flow, reducing inflammation, and even helping lower cholesterol naturally. The key is choosing the right kind in the right form, and knowing what makes them so powerful for aging bodies. These next 4 nuts aren't just safe, they've been studied for their protective effects on vascular health, especially in older adults. So if you're looking to snack smarter, boost circulation, and give your arteries the care they deserve, these are the ones to keep in your kitchen. Number 1. Almonds. Often referred to as one of the best nuts for heart health, this crunchy favorite truly lives up to the hype, especially for seniors. Almonds are naturally rich in monounsaturated fats, vitamin E, magnesium, and plant-based antioxidants that help protect the arterial lining from oxidative stress. Multiple studies, including one published in the Journal of the American Heart Association, have shown that regular almond consumption can reduce LDL cholesterol and improve overall lipid profiles in adults over alkaline scales. What makes almonds especially valuable for those over 60 is their impact on vascular stiffness and inflammation. The flavonoids and polyphenols in almonds help support endothelial function, the delicate inner lining of the arteries, keeping blood flow more elastic and responsive. Unlike many other nuts, almonds are also high in fiber and have a favorable protein-to-fat ratio, which helps improve satiety and prevent overeating. For seniors watching their weight or blood sugar, this makes almonds a smart snack that supports metabolic balance. Even better, raw or dry roasted almonds don't require added oils or salt to taste great, making them easy to enjoy in their healthiest form. When included in a balanced diet, almonds can act like gentle protectors of your cardiovascular system, helping keep arteries clear, blood pressure stable, and energy levels steady. Number 2. Pistachios. Among all nuts, this one stands out not only for its vibrant color, but also for its impressive impact on cardiovascular health, especially in seniors. Pistachios are packed with heart-protective nutrients like potassium, phytosterols, and L-arginine, an amino acid that helps the body produce nitric oxide, a compound that relaxes blood vessels and improves circulation. For adults over 60, where arterial stiffness and reduced blood flow become more common, this natural vasodilation effect is incredibly beneficial. Several clinical trials, including those from Penn State University, have found that a daily serving of pistachios can significantly lower both systolic and diastolic blood pressure while improving cholesterol ratios. Another advantage is their low glycemic index, which helps support stable blood sugar, a crucial factor in protecting the endothelial lining of arteries. Unlike fattier nuts, pistachios contain a unique balance of protein, fiber, and unsaturated fats, making them more satiating and less likely to be overconsumed. And while many nuts are prone to oxidation, pistachios have a naturally protective shell that helps preserve their nutritional integrity when stored properly. For seniors looking to support smooth, flexible arteries and manage overall cardiovascular risk, pistachios are one of the most scientifically supported and delicious choices available. Number 3. Hazelnuts. This often overlooked nut delivers powerful cardiovascular support, especially for those over 60. Hazelnuts are rich in monounsaturated fats, vitamin E, and magnesium, a trio of nutrients that work together to reduce arterial stiffness, combat inflammation, and support proper heart rhythm. One clinical study published in Nutrition, Metabolism and Cardiovascular Diseases found that daily hazelnut consumption significantly improved HDL good cholesterol levels while reducing markers of oxidative stress in older adults. What sets hazelnuts apart is their high content of folate and proanthocyanidins, compounds that help protect the inner lining of blood vessels and support better blood flow. For seniors, maintaining endothelial health is key to preventing high blood pressure, stroke, and circulation issues, and hazelnuts provide gentle, natural support in this area. Their smooth, buttery texture also makes them ideal for seniors with dental issues or reduced chewing strength, and they pair well with heart-healthy foods like oats, berries, and dark leafy greens. Importantly, hazelnuts are less likely to be heavily salted or roasted in inflammatory oils, which means they're often consumed in purer, healthier forms. When added to a daily diet in moderation, hazelnuts offer one of the most balanced and protective profiles for aging arteries. Number 4. Brazil nuts. This powerhouse nut might be large in size, but its real strength lies in its remarkable concentration of selenium, a trace mineral essential for heart and artery health, especially in seniors. Just one Brazil nut contains more than 100% of the daily recommended intake of selenium, which has been shown to reduce inflammation, support thyroid balance, and most importantly, lower levels of oxidized LDL cholesterol. For those over 60, selenium plays a key role in maintaining arterial elasticity and reducing plaque buildup. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors with adequate selenium levels had significantly better endothelial function and lower risk of coronary events. But it's not just the selenium. Brazil nuts also provide magnesium, copper, and healthy fats that support blood pressure regulation and overall metabolic health. Their dense, satisfying texture makes it easy to control portions. Just 1 or 2 nuts a day is enough to gain full cardiovascular benefits. Unlike more processed snack nuts, Brazil nuts are usually sold raw or dry, without added salt or oils, which helps preserve their nutrient density. For aging hearts and blood vessels, few foods offer as concentrated and scientifically proven a benefit as this nutrient-rich nut. So, as you can see, not all nuts are created equal, especially when it comes to protecting your heart after 60. While some may quietly increase inflammation, stiffen arteries, or contribute to unwanted weight gain, others offer natural support for circulation, cholesterol, and vascular health. It all comes down to knowing which ones to keep in your daily routine and which to avoid. Here on Healthy Secrets, we're inspired by the teachings of Dr. William Li, who reminds us that food can be powerful medicine when chosen wisely. Your heart doesn't need radical diets or expensive supplements sometimes. Just swapping the wrong snack for the right one can make all the difference. So the next time you reach for a handful of nuts, remember, your arteries are listening.